Hello, Capricorn. This is going to be your general reading for July 2018. And this is for Capricorn rising, sun, and moon. So I'm just going to go ahead and start shuffling. And I'm going to pick an 11 card Celtic cross spread for you. And if you watch this and enjoy this reading, you may want to check out your bonus reading, which will be more specific into topics like love, career, and health. I hope you're well. And we'll see what comes out in this. There's only 2 more weeks left of July. I realize that these are coming out way later than I expected them to. I've been extremely busy this month. Speaking of Capricorn, that's my friend texting me back who has a Capricorn rising. My daughter and I are on vacation right now in Massachusetts, and I have been missing our little puppy. We just got a little puppy about a little over a month ago, and I'm really missing him a lot. I left him with 3 of my closest friends that are going to be rotating puppy sitting for me. So I hope he's okay. I'm sure he's fine. Okay, we'll see what comes out for you. So this is in Capricorn's highest, best good. And because this is coming out so late in July, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the elements of this reading would carry on into August. But my goal is to have next month's videos out by August 1st, and that way no one has to wait for them. Okay. I'm going to start picking cards now. I'm on my aunt's living room floor, so unfortunately I can't really show you what I'm doing with my hands. I hope that you would trust me and know that I'm doing what I'm saying I'm doing. Okay. Let's pick 11 cards. It's raining out where I am. It smells good. Okay. I may want to pick some clarifiers on this one just to get a little bit more information or a different perspective on some of these. But I'll start showing you the cards. So your central focus for the month of July is the 2 of Wands. Your challenge, that's obviously a challenge, is the 10 of Wands. What's hindering you? I'm guessing. I doubt that this would be helping you, but you just never know. I'm probably going to pick another card to go with this. Is the Seven of Cups. At your root of your being or your core is the King of Wands. Your recent past is the Emperor. Your best possible outcome is Judgment. Your near future is the Queen of Pentacles. That's your card, your minor court card. That's the Capricorn minor court card. You right now are the Knight of Swords. This has been coming up for a lot of the signs this month in various different positions. I think this came up in the exact same position for Leo. In your surroundings is the Nine of Swords. Your hopes and fears, I'm looking at this more as a hope, is the Nine of Wands. And your general outcome is the Six of Swords, which is really good to see. This is a good one. Okay. I'm going to pause this just for a moment so I can see what's happening with my puppy. I just heard the phone beep, so I'll be right back. Hello again. My puppy boy is doing just great. Actually, it's funny. You guys are goats, and my little puppy is right now at a home there where my dear friend who's watching him just got little baby goats, and so my puppy's playing with baby goats right now. But I'm not going to waste your time. I know how you guys are about wasting time, so let's just get straight into it, and I'll try to be as efficient as possible. So, I may pick a clarifier for this just to get a little bit more information on this. But your central experience for July is you are mulling over and thinking about options for the future on new experiences, new projects, and new things that you would like to be accomplishing in the future. You may be possibly thinking about traveling or relocating, or just thinking about future prospects on future goals, future projects, things you would like to do. You definitely have your skill base and the things that you have accomplished so far, but you're thinking about trying new things, some new ventures, possibly things to do with going overseas or expanding out to faraway places, expanding your business if you have a business of your own, maybe even thinking about going to a faraway city, going to another place. We'll see. What is your challenge, which is very obviously a challenge, is the Ten of Wands. You may be overburdened with too many things that you're doing right now, or too many responsibilities or burdens that you're carrying. You may also be wrapping up and finishing up an old project or things that you have been doing thus far. That might be why there's that final crunch of getting the last bits done before you are finally done with this. And so even though you're thinking about trying new things or what next venture you would like to be doing in your life or next adventure, you can't quite go there yet until you wrap up all these things first. And you know how at the last dregs or finishing up of a project, there's all those loose ends that need to be tied up. There's always things that need to be finalized. there may be so much going on that you have to do right now that you don't necessarily have the time yet to be able to venture out and try new things just yet. But you're definitely thinking about it already, even though you're wrapping up old things. You guys being the characters that you are, with such a strong sense of responsibility and duty, and how much you guys love accomplishing your goals, you may have possibly taken on a little bit too much. You may even possibly be carrying burdens for other people. If that's the case, I would advise you to possibly delegate off some of these responsibilities or duties off to other people. You do not have to shoulder all these burdens on your own. So you may just want to drop some of them and focus on the ones that absolutely have to be done by you. If there are other things that need to get done as well, you may want to ask people around you if they can take those things over for you. If you can't do that, at least set some of these things down for a later date when you can get back to them. Only focus on the things that are absolutely necessary at this time. Otherwise, you could be overworking yourself to the point where you have back pain, or you are just completely exhausted and not sure if you can finish all of these things. So what's hindering you, I'm guessing that's what this is emotional confusion, or feeling like you have to settle because for whatever reasons what you actually really want is not possible, or you feel it's not possible, or it's just not available right now. Or you possibly feel that it's unattainable at this time. This could be anything. This could be love. This could be things to do with career. This could be goals. This could be what you truly long to be doing with yourself right now. But for whatever reasons, possibly because of responsibilities you are carrying, you feel as though you need to settle for whatever is available to you at this time, in which case there are a lot of choices available to you, but because none of them are exactly what you want, none of them are calling out to you as being different from the others. They all pretty much look the same, or they're all not fulfilling you the way that you would like. This could very well have to do with relationships, I'm getting. So for at least a few of you, or a number of you. This may not be true for all of you, but I'm getting that there are some Capricorn people that just are dissatisfied because they feel as though they want a certain type of relationship, or they certainly know what they want, but for whatever reasons that doesn't seem to be available at this time, and so you're looking at your other options, in which case you're confused because none of them are really what you're truly longing for. You may not really be seeing your situation clearly enough. I would say take your time and rest a little bit to get a clearer perspective on what actually is available to you. If you see that cup that is higher than the other ones, it's behind her, and so she doesn't see it, but it is there. It may be that the opportunity that's waiting for you is right there next to you, and you're just not recognizing it. Perhaps it looks different from what you were expecting, or it may be different from your usual type. So if that's the case, take a really good look around you. There may be hidden diamonds in the sand that you are not aware of, or diamonds in the rough, so to speak. Don't automatically discard anything just because it's different from what you were expecting, is what I'm getting. So that's what's hindering you, is to not see what is staring you straight in the face. So let's pull a card for what's helping you. It could be that's what is helping you is for the confusion to end, and for you to no longer be confused. So I pulled this card for what is helping you. And this is generosity and give and take, equal exchange, and also grants or gifts. So you may be being given a gift at this time. It may be some kind of a gift or an opportunity that can enable you to wrap up whatever this is that you are finishing, that you are completely overburdened by or feeling completely laden down by. This I am getting specifically is what is going to help you with this future venture. It could be that you're so burdened by other things going on that you're wrapping up right now that you may not see how this is possible that you can pursue this new dream or new goal. But what is helping you is you will receive help, whether it's funding or gifts or just simple opportunity that comes your way that perhaps you weren't expecting. Or you didn't think that perhaps you were fortunate enough to attract this to yourself. So that's great. At your core, you are feeling confident. You're feeling powerful in a non-egotistical way. You are feeling a sense of accomplishment, a sense of self-worth, a sense of confidence in your own abilities, courage, strength, self-control. You may also have an ally in your life at this time that is showing you these qualities and that can back you up with encouraging you in your talents and gifts and abilities, that is cheering you on, that is supporting you with your goals. That's excellent. This can also be a partnership of some kind. This could be a love relationship. It could be a business relationship. It could even be simple friendship or counsel that you need at this time. This doesn't have to be a man. This could be a woman or a man, by the way. The kings don't necessarily have to be men. This is just simply a mature person, not necessarily in years, but in energy. A mature person that is fully rooting you on and supporting you in your goals and what you wish for yourself. This may also be somebody that, I'm going to skip that. Let's keep on moving. So, in your recent past, you have the Emperor. So it looks like you've come a long way. You've built a stable foundation under yourself to hold yourself up. You definitely know what you're doing. You have risen to a high place. And this doesn't necessarily have to mean on a material plane. This just means you know who you are, you know what you're doing. And if you needed more stability in your life, you definitely have accomplished that in the recent past. Because you have the Ten of Wands as what is your challenge, it could be that you built yourself up to a point where you feel trapped by your obligations or responsibilities, or even by your own authority. This can also be saying that in the recent past, you have been backed up and encouraged by authority figures around you. If you needed funding or backup or advice or needed to go to an authority figure for some strange reason, it seems to be that they have been on your side or have been fully helping you. This can also be, I don't consider major arcana cards as being people, but every now and then I get an intuition that it could be a person, in which case this is an Aries individual or somebody who carries Aries energy, which is not afraid to go after what it wants. It has a sense of courage and bravado about what it's doing, he or she is doing, a sense of authority. and a sense of clarity on goals and their own abilities. So you have either been cultivating this in yourself even more, or you have somebody around you that is showing you those qualities in order for you to cultivate them more in yourself, or it's both. It could be even possibly that in the recent past you have had to go before a judge for something. And the reason why I'm saying that is because your best possible outcome is judgment, which normally I don't read as being connected to judges in a law of court, but in this case I'm kind of getting that feeling. So as your best possible outcome, you should receive a fair judgment. And as your best possible outcome is to assess and come up with some judgments of your own on what it is that you're doing, what's helping you or hindering you in your life. And if after you assess your life and you decide that certain things are holding you back from your calling or your purpose or what you're meant to do, you will be letting those things go that hold you back. This is also about becoming aware of aspects of your own nature that perhaps laid dormant before, or subconscious or unconscious. And now you are becoming conscious of these things. Certain things are coming back to life in you for you to re-examine them, or to follow them for once and for all. This could be dreams, inspirations, things you've wanted to do, what you view as your calling or what you feel is your calling. Now is your best possible outcome is a great time to implement these things or to begin this journey of releasing the old or whatever holds you back and to embrace your true calling or what you are meant to be doing with your life at this time. This is also about judging yourself as well, or assessing yourself and seeing without blaming yourself or feeling guilty or shame. Just simply seeing all of your being and discarding any things that are old patterns in you that no longer serve you, that perhaps may have even been so unconscious that you weren't aware you were even doing these things before, but now you're becoming extremely aware. You're almost having an awakening happen. If for some reason you have been estranged from somebody, this says that there is a chance as your best possible outcome to have some kind of a reconciliation with someone that you haven't seen in a very long time, or to make peace with someone where perhaps things were left unresolved in the past, and perhaps you thought that you would never see that person again or never get resolution, but for some reason that's a possibility now. And if you can't do that with a specific person, you can certainly do that in your own nature concerning that person, to finally lay certain things at rest where you're not carrying that with you anymore. So that's your best possible outcome. This can also be, I'm feeling that this is connected to this. You had the Two of Wands as your central experience for July, and I feel like you are being called to do something. And so your best possible outcome is to release anything that gets in the way of you feeling like you cannot do this thing, whatever it is. You may even be called to a certain location in order to help facilitate or bring about some kind of a reconciliation of some kind, or to unite with people you haven't seen in possibly even decades. In your near future, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is your minor court card. So in the future, I see you feeling comfortable in your own skin and feeling back in your body again. If you have been possibly knocked off balance or confused by just too many things going on right now, or too many things you have to do, where you feel stretched thin or depleted, I see you as getting your energy back and feeling grounded again and feeling like you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. I can also see you taking some kind of a break where you rest or you have some self-care done, like perhaps getting a massage or going to a healer or just simply spending time with nature or animals to get grounded again and relax a little bit. Or visiting a beautiful place that you haven't gone to in a while that helps you to come back to yourself. But I see your near future as being extremely comforting and prosperous, and where you fully feel yourself again if you felt stretched thin or stressed out before from way too many things you're trying to take care of all at once. I see you as taking a break. You right now, this makes sense with the last card I just read, you may be feeling stressed out. You may be feeling irritated or even combative or even angry about something. I feel like you're almost holding this to yourself, like you are upset about something or angry about something, but rather than taking it out on other people around you, you're possibly internalizing it, and so it's taking a toll on your nerves. And so you may be getting short-tempered a little bit or irritated, just in general, where you just feel irritated. You may also be having to deal with someone who's displaying those qualities themselves, and they're triggering you because of that. It may even be two-sided, where you get irritated with someone else, they get irritated back. Because they got irritated back, you get irritated back, and so on. It's like a ping pong game. So this isn't good for you. This isn't good for the other person either. So let me see if I can pick some kind of a remedy card. Where did I put my cards? There they are. Okay. Your remedy card, or your clarifier, it's hard to tell which one it is the King of Cups. So this is happening in order for you to do a little bit more work on self-mastery when it comes to mastering your emotions or how your own emotions affect you. It could be that you have been repressing your emotions in order to keep on going, in order to focus on the things you need to get done, and so you've been shoving your emotions aside. And because of that, it's been building up and building up and building up, and now you are finally getting irritated. But it's giving you a chance to really look at your emotions and really look at how you may possibly suppress your own emotions in order to keep on going, or you simply just don't have time, or you feel that you haven't had time to deal with your own emotions or even do introspection because of all the things you're trying to do right now or finish up. And this is leaking out onto other people. So I would advise you to please try to honor and acknowledge your feelings, no matter what those feelings are, and to somehow try to process them and release them so that they're not building up inside of yourself to the point where you are going to end up snapping and you don't even realize why you're snapping. This can also be some kind of a scorpionic individual that is triggering you at this time. And concerning getting information that you need, you may need to speak up. in order to get the information that you need. So in your surroundings is the Nine of Swords, which is worry, anxiety, fears, having trouble sleeping possibly, or just your nerves have been jangled to the point where you are not sure what to have hope for. You're not sure whether what you're worried about is real or not. The good message of this card is that usually whatever it is that you're worried or anxious about is nothing compared to what your mind does to it. It may have a root in the truth, but it's a small seed compared to the big monstrous tree that your imagination and mind turns it into. So try to relax. Try to not worry so much. Okay. What is helping you is the Nine of Wands, which is, again, you are almost done with this. If you can drop some of those extra wands and delegate them off to other people instead of trying to take them all on yourself, you will actually feel so much lighter and so much more playful that you will be able to finish up what you have to finish up so much faster than if you were trying to do this all on your own. And not only that, you'll still have energy for yourself after you're done in order to come back fully to yourself where you feel happy and comfortable again and accomplished. As your general outcome, this is an excellent card, especially considering that you have the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Swords in here. Because of the stress and worry and anxiety, this is making you feel irritable. And this is also being caused by other people that are being irritable with you. Or just imbalances with communication. Either you hold it in until you explode, or this is happening with someone else, or happening with both of you, or a number of different people. But this can also be internal too and have nothing to do with other people. This can just be that you've been worrying to the point where you're getting snappy now. Or whatever you've been worrying about, you need some kind of information or clarity or an answer on it in order to feel better. But this being your general outcome, the Six of Swords, this is saying you will finally have mental peace. You will finally feel better. You will finally be moving on from conflict onto much more peaceful waters, especially if you listen to your higher self, which is signified by the angel in this picture. If you listen to your higher self, which always wants the best for you, and listen to your inner promptings on self-care methods or ways of switching your thinking around, where it's focused on resolution and peace rather than continuing the conflict. Not that you would want to continue the conflict. It's just that it works you up with worry so badly that it ends up creating more conflict. What you think about most ends up happening. So this is about your general outcome is you are choosing to think in much more positive ways, or you are finally letting go of past worry and anxiety so that you can finally relax and have some peace. You may also be going on some kind of a boat ride or some kind of a journey over water, or just some kind of a journey to get away, to find some peace, especially after you finish wrapping all this stuff up. With this as being your future, near future, it's like the man or woman in the boat is moving on from conflict onto a beautiful lush garden where the person can sit down and finally relax. And you are on your way there. So between your two outcomes, your best possible outcome is to do some major assessing and judging, not in a negative sense, just as a way of weighing and assessing where you're at and what you're doing and what needs to be let go of and what you can focus on. You're also being called to do something extremely important that feels extremely meaningful for you. And in order for you to do that, you need to have some kind of mental peace so that you can see things clearly in order to do this assessing. And to finally lay at rest old ghosts, old skeletons in the closet, old traumas, old things that hold you back. So that's pretty much it on that one. Take care of yourselves. Remember to ask for help or delegate off to other people, okay? Try not to take everything on to yourself. And you guys are awesome. Take care. See you in the bonus reading if you would like to check it out. That's for love, career, and health.